So yeah, good evening to one and all. Thank you so much for joining in on the last day of this bootcamp, that is data analysis using Python. I believe that so far the series went good. Okay, we have learned about Python. We have seen the introduction of Python. We have covered some of the basic concept of Python as well, including your data structures, some conditional loops, the data types. We have variables and our loops as well, and conditional statement as well, right? Then we have seen about NumPy, and then we have seen about pandas and how they can help us in our analysis purpose. Okay, and yesterday we have seen an example about for the data analysis, right? We have seen how we have to bring the data set onto our screen or onto our notebook, or if you're using any ID or VS Code, that's perfectly fine. And how you can go on with the analysis, right? So there are a lot of alternative way you can go with. You have to mainly focus on the data cleaning part because it consumes approximately 70% of the time of a data analyst, right? Today I will be providing you a data set. Okay, I will be providing you a data set. What you need to do is, okay, you need to submit a project. Okay, and I prefer the project should be in a form of a notebook file. Okay, you need to do this projects on your notebook. Okay, like you can go with collab notebook, or you can go with Jupyter notebook, as it can no as it's suitable for you guys. Okay, then what you need to do is you need to install some libraries if you are working on local. Okay, if you're working on collab, you don't need to. You need to import it. Then you have to take the data set and you have to perform some analysis, right? What all analysis you have to do and how you have to proceed, I'm going to tell you. And based on this project, you will be getting your certification that you have submit the project. Okay, otherwise you will be getting a participation certificate, or you will be getting 100% attendance certificate. But if you want to get the certificate for the project submission, then you have to do that. Okay, so how exactly a form looks like and how you have to input your details in a form. So this is a project submission form. Okay, so you are all familiar with all of the details. What you need to do is, this is your notebook submission. Okay, what you need to do is you need to paste your notebook link over here. You need to paste the notebook link over here, guys. Okay, you need to paste the notebook link. And how you have to paste it? So over here on the right hand side, if you see, there's a share option. There's a share option. Okay, if you're working on Jupyter notebook, what you can do is you can upload your notebook on your Google Drive and paste the link over here. Paste the link over here. Okay, or if you are working with Google Colab, so you can directly click on this share button. Okay, and this is the most important thing you guys need to know, that you just don't have to copy the link and paste it. You have to make sure that you are providing the permission as well. Okay, if the permission is restricted, if the permission is set to be restricted, then it will not going to work out, because you're not giving the permission for other people to look on to your project. So what you need to do is change this permission from restricted to anyone with the link. Okay, otherwise what will going to happen, you have done your project but you haven't changed it from a restriction to anyone with the link. Now if we are going to check your project, we need to first ask your permission, right? And this is the lengthiest process. We are going to ask your permission, then you will going to accept it, then we are going to see that. Okay, so normally we are not going to do that. We are simply going to ignore that project. So please make sure whenever you are submitting your project, even though if you are working on your Jupyter notebook and you're uploading it on your Google Drive, you need to make sure that you will going to change the access from restricted to anyone with the link. Okay, after that you need to copy the link and paste it over here. Okay, you need to paste it over here. Is this clear to all of you? Is this clear to all of you? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, yeah. And the deadline to submit a project will be 1 week. Okay, should we use collab for the data analysis instead of, yeah, please try to use collab or Jupyter notebook for the purpose of data analysis and machine learning. Okay, you can go with IDE as well, but that will not going to benefit you. Okay, IDE and code editors are best for softwares. Okay, if you want to build some softwares, then they are best. But for the analysis purpose and the machine learning purpose, you should definitely choose Jupyter notebooks or Colab notebooks, because that will be very helpful for you guys. Okay, as you're going to go deeper into this field, you will going to realize the importance of notebooks, and how, in what segment you have to go with notebook or in the other part. Okay, now let's talk about the data set that I will be giving you. Okay, so today there's a lot of links that I'm going to provide you. So what I have did, I am providing you all the link. I have provided all the link in your notebook itself. If you see over here, I have provided all the links over here in the notebook itself. So what you will be getting, the data set notebook, you will be getting the attendance link for the day 7 over here, you will be getting your project submission link as well. Okay, so all the link will be provided in your Colab notebook. So I am going to provide you a Colab notebook link. You just go on to that notebook, and then you can access all of your other link as well. Okay, do we have to show the comments or title in the project? Yes, definitely. It's a project. Okay, it's a project. You need to show everything. You need to add detail. You need to have a good presentation. It's a project. Okay, the people who will be checking that up, they will not going to know that who what exactly project I have given to you, right? So they should at least know, they should at least get an idea like what project you are performing. Okay, so try to add comments in each section, so at least it will be very clear what exactly a piece of code is doing. Okay, I will be providing you the link in the end for the submission link and all that. Okay, now the data set, let's talk about the data set. Okay, so this is your data set, this is your data set. Okay, let's see what kind of data set it is. You must have seen, there's a one anime that happens to become when we are during our childhood time. It was known as Pokemon. Anyone have heard about Pokemon? Anyone? Did anyone heard about Pokemon? Exactly, yes, right? So this is the data set from that that contains all the information about the Pokemons. Okay, now you need to do a lot of analysis in this Pokemon. Okay, let's see how exactly a data set looks like. Okay, and in the meantime, kindly comment your favorite Pokemon below, please. So at least I should know that, okay, you during your childhood time you like that particular Pokemon. So let me run the cell. Where is it? Yeah. So let me run the cell. Okay. So let's come up over here. df is equals to pd dot read underscore csv. Okay. And let's paste this up. What's the issue? UTF coder can't decode the US code, invalid continuation bit type. Okay, so let me search this UTF encoding. Okay, so let me add this to over here. Encoding UTF-8. UTF-8 codec cannot decode the byte of 0 position this way, invalidate. Now, just give me a second. And we'll be getting the solution in a while. Let's see this. Dot decode. UTX read CSV encoding is Latin 1. Okay, so it's Latin 1. So let me write it over here as Latin 1. Perfect. So df dot head, and let me take a size. Okay, can you guys see the data set? Can you guys see the data set? Yes or no? Can you guys see the data set? Okay, Pikachu. That's great. Most of the student likes Pikachu. Okay, great. So this is your data set. Okay, so the first column is your name. Okay, it's your name of all the Pokemon. If you remember, during that time we used to play a trump card or trading cards, Pokemon trading cards. If you remember, They used to come like a Pokemon trading card. We used to play it which has HP. Whose HP is greater, that guy has won that other person card, and so on and so forth, right? So similar thing has been given over here. This is your HP, this is your attack, defense, special attack, and these are all the points that has been given. Okay, these are some of the points that has been given, and we know that the Pokemon that is having a highest point in a particular category will going to win the match. Yes or no? Yes or no? Right? That's how we used to play the game. Whosoever Pokemon has the highest point, whosoever Pokemon has the highest point in any of the category, whether it's a special attack, it's an HP, that particular Pokemon will going to win the game. Okay. Similarly, each Pokemon has been given with its HP. Each Pokemon has been given some points with attacks point and a defensive point as well. Okay, these are some of the special attacks, special defense. I hope I don't need to clarify you what are all these, because we have already played this kind of stuff during our childhood days and all that, right? So these are some of the datas over here, right? And if I want to see the strength, I want to see the strength of the data. That means I want to check how many data points are there, how many rows are there, and how many columns are there. What should I do? Any idea? What should I do? I want to check the number of rows and columns. I want to check the number of rows and columns. What should I do? Any idea? Come on. Info. Okay. Shape, exactly. Shape function. Shape function, guys, not info. Not info. Right? It should be shape. Okay. So df.shape. That's it. So number of rows is 800. That means 800 data points. And 15 columns am I having. Okay. Now I'm going to check the further information whether there is any null value or not. Right. So now I'm going to use info. Now I'm going to use info, df.info. Now if you see, each column has 800 data points. What can you conclude by this? What can you conclude by this? That each column has 800 data points, that means not null value. What can you conclude by this? Anyone? What can you conclude by this? Why it should be 801 data points? What can we conclude by this? No null values, no null point, exactly. We don't have any null values over here, right? So we don't need to check for the null values. Okay, so even though if you want, we can go like df dot is null and dot sum, right? It will going to show us all the null values. We don't have any null values, right? And if you want to see the total null values, you can also add one more sum. It will going to sum all the values and will going to show you there are zero null values. Okay. Now, with the help of this data, you have to do a certain analysis. Okay, if I show you tail, this is your exploration going on. This is your exploration going on. Okay, so we have the last data is having the index of 799. That means the total data that we're having is 800, right? Now, you need to do some analysis of this data. What does the analysis of the data mean? Is that if let me write some question, you need to solve that question. Okay, I need to find you guys need to find top 10 Pokemons. We need to find top 10 Pokemons whose HP is high. Whose HP is high. Okay? You need to find top 10 Pokemons whose HP is high. Okay? Whose HP is high. And I want, what you need to print? You need to print the name of that Pokemon. Okay, all that Pokemon, top 10. Okay, you need to print the name of that Pokemon along with their HP in the descending order, so I can see that the Pokemon that is having the highest HP will be at the top, then followed by the second highest, third highest, and so on and so forth. And you have to visualize as well, and visualize it. Okay, which graph or which chart or plot do you think will going to help you out in this question? Which chart, which plot, which graph do you think will be suitable for this kind of question? Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me see who knows about this. Bar graph, exactly. Bar graph, guys. Right. Okay. It should be bar graph. So let me write over here bar graph. Let me write over here bar graph, right? So like this, you need to do the analysis. This is just a one question that I have given you. Like this, you have to do the analysis. Like for the attack and HP, who's having the HP as well as the greater and the attack as well as the greater. So like this, you need to form your own questions. Okay. Like this, you need to form your own questions and you need to answer it accordingly. Is this clear to everyone? Is this clear to everyone? Yes or no? Is this clear to everyone? Yes or no? Come on. Okay. So you need to solve at least 20 questions. You need to form 20 questions by yourself. Okay. You need to create 20 questions by yourself, guys. 20 questions. Is it clear? At least 20 question you have to make, and make sure that each question is different. Okay, that means suppose this is your first question whose HP is high and visualize it. It may happen you can take another question that which is the who is which Pokemon is having the highest total and highest total percentile as well. Okay, so like this you need to form 20 questions. You need to form 20 questions. Minimum is 20, maximum is up to you. Okay, minimum is 20 questions. Okay, so how you are going to do that? What you are going to do? For the first question, you can create a section. Okay, you can create a section like this. Let's say this is your question 1, and let me put this question 1 over here. Let me put this question 1 over here. This is your question 1. Now you will going to solve it over here, right? Then again the question 2. Now this is your question 2 and it might be some question. Then you will going to solve it over here like this. At least you should provide at least you should provide 20 question. You need to provide 20 question. Is it clear? Is this clear? Let me write it over here as well. uh, you need to form at least 20 questions. Okay, at least 20 questions. That means minimum 20 questions should be there. Maximum are totally up to you. If you're forming more interest, if you want to go ahead with some more questions, you can go with this. Clear? Okay, now you need to submit this. You will be getting a week time. Okay, how can we plot the graph in notebook? You need to if for the visualization, okay, you can use the library matplotlib and seaborn. Okay, with the help of these two libraries you can easily perform the visualization. Okay, it is very easy to do that. Refer to W3S school. Okay, and you can easily do that. Okay, perfect. And you need to solve it. You need to do this and you need to submit this project within a week time. That means today is Thursday, right? So on next week till Friday night you are having the time to submit this project. Okay, so all the data has been provided over here. What you need to do is, because I can only ping one link at a time, right? So I'm pinging the link of this collab notebook. Go into this collab module and you will going to find all the other related links over here. Okay, the Jambo that I have used over here, this is the link. Day 7 attendance link is here, your project submission link is here, and your dataset link is also been given over here. Okay, is this clear? Is this clear to everyone? Yes or no? Okay, perfect. So let me put this over here. Okay, I have pinged the link on the chat section, so you guys can refer to that link and you can start working on with that part. Okay, so with this we have came to an end for this day 7 doing all the series of this boot camp. Thank you so much for joining in. If you guys have any doubt, please ask. And I believe that this session was really informative for you guys, and you guys have learned something new out of this, right? So if you have any doubt, please ask. When will be the result and the certificate? So it's totally dependent upon the team, guys. Okay, so team have, because they have a lot of projects to rectify and all that. So it's totally dependent upon the bandwidth of the team. They will going to do that. We're not going to give you the result. You will be getting the certificate itself. Okay, it's not a competition that we are going to give you the result. Okay, you will be getting the certificate as soon as your projects gets approved. Okay, where can we get more data set from for practice purpose? Kindly go to Kaggle. Okay, there's a site name as kaggle.com. Let me show you where you can find all the data set. Kaggle. Okay, so Google, it's a Google company. Okay, Google has acquired Kaggle. You can create your account over here and you can start with the data set. You will be going to get multiple data set, whether for analysis or for machine learning, deep learning, what kind of data set you want to grab it. You can go and create an account on this kaggle.com and you can use any form of data set. Okay, is this clear? Is this clear? Cool. uh, uh, what is the deadline? It's a week time. Should it correct 2020 to get a certificate? Not getting your question. Please elaborate this. Without project, can we get the certificate? Yes, you will be getting a certificate without the project, but that will be your participation certificate. Okay, perfect. We get after project submission only or before that? What are you referring to? Are you referring to your certificates? Okay, already answered this question. Which skill is required more for data analysis? It's statistics. Okay, it's your way of thinking, how you find insight. Okay, and it's NumPy, Pandas are some of the libraries, Matplotlib and Seaborn. So these are the basic and for the beginners. Okay, so these are the basic stuff that you need to start with your journey of your data analysis. Okay, please tell your laptop name and version. It's MacBook Pro 2017 version. Okay, what is image processing or image segmentation? See, image processing and image segmentation is a part of CNN. Okay, where you will going to find insight from an image. Okay, it's a higher topic where I've already told you what is deep learning, right? So deep learning is how we are giving an artificial brain to our system or our machine, right? Now you provide a image to a machine and machine will going to try to grab much more information from it. Okay, that's a part of a CNN, and the CNN we have computer vision, and this image processing and segmentation is a part of computer vision, right? So you must have seen a lot of videos nowadays where you are going to provide some image, and automatically that model will going to improve the quality of that image, or it will going to find some insight, right? If you must have heard about Google Lens, you must have heard about Google Lens, right? So Google Lens follows the CNN concept of deep learning. Okay, so finding an insights from an image is known as the image processing. uh Sir, if we face any issue while doing the project, can you please say where can we connect with you to resolve doubts? Definitely it will be very hard to resolve your doubt, but if you want to connect with me, you can connect with me over LinkedIn. That's the best place to get connected. Okay, when is your next boot camp going to happen? Probably after 3 months, maybe, because this is my last boot camp. After 3 months, I will be handling with the next boot camp. Okay, so you will not going to see me for a while. So most probably after 3 months, I will be taking some new stuffs for that. Okay, awesome. Anything else? Which programming language is used for ethical hacking? If for ethical hacking, you need to go with the term. You should have a good command of your no your terminals, your CMD command line, or best way to do the ethical hacking. You need to go with your that OS. That OS name is Kali Linux. Okay, you should install Kali Linux. Okay, and with that you can start with your journey of your ethical hacking. Okay, account name, it has already been given on the chat, it has already been given on the description of this video. Okay, so you can take the account name from there. How are data analysis and data science related? See, data science is a vast field, and data analysis is just a part of data science. Okay, so data science is a very vast field. In data science, we have data analysis, we have programming language, we have machine learning, deep learning, big data, we have cloud computing, and many more stuff. Okay, so data analysis is just a single part of data science, whereas data science is a vast field or a combo of different fields and domains. Okay, it's your, okay, let me write it over here. So I guess this is my LinkedIn. Just let me check linkedin.com. Yeah. So you can refer to this. Okay. Yeah, you do have to make question on your own. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much, Prathamesh, for joining in. Okay. So let's meet you all in the next bootcamp. So I hope all the doubt has been clear. Okay. So you can please arrange automation and robotics bootcamp. Sure, I'll definitely going to talk to the team regarding that, and they will going to arrange these kind of bootcamps as well. Okay. All the links has been provided to you on your chat section at the top. It has been pinged, so kindly refer to those part. If anyone is more interested in for the GSOC program, to kindly please refer, no kindly please try to get into this kind of program like GSOC. It's going to start in a month. Okay, in a month or two, so kindly try to apply it on it. And yep, that's all from my end. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a great time, enjoy your evening, and hope to see you all guys soon. Okay, with new lectures and new different stuff. Thank you so much. Have a great time. See you all soon, and stay safe, please. Thank you.